obviously good pick, but most of the time it was not that impactful. You know, you
No, I
don't get
agree.
early like lane prior as well, and sometimes you just go in and you don't have any engaged tool or like tank champion for your team composition. And this time around, it's
And wondering what it is that Gen.G are going to be able to do.
I mean, so maybe that's why they picked up Senna and TK, so they can just slow down themselves.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's what they're going to need to do. You're exactly
Yeah,
right.
you know, like if you go full ham on that, maybe sometimes you cannot stop yourself as well, you know?
Yeah.
So maybe this is really good tool by CV Max, but we'll see what's going to happen in the game.
Mitigating their own playstyle on DRX's side. Whereas on Gen.G's side, trying to answer some lanes. Ruler does have the Callista. There are certainly ways that this is going to work. And Lee Sin Syndra is a great mid-jungle duo. And we know that Clid and BDD, brothers of mid and jungle. Let's see how it goes as we get into match 3. And welcome to the Rift, where Gen.G are stacked up as almost 5. Moving towards this bottom lane. And Carrier, he's busy cooking. He's not looking to try and stand in any weird brushes or anything like that. DRX not going to fall into the trap.
Rascal even procced his crafting potion for extra movement speed as well, you know?
Love it.
Just small details.
Hey, and the extra damage.
Yeah, it's
you know?
small details, you know?
Yeah.
Just before you go into the brush, maybe like 0.2 seconds earlier, but it can change a lot of things, you know?
And you also get it right back again when you get back to the fountain, because of course you're TPing back, so no worries.
I mean, I think that kind of small details and points are just huge difference. It makes a huge difference between normal players and pro players, you know?
Yeah, I agree. I entirely agree. Good to see him maximizing. What? Nothing going to eventuate from it.
But nothing happened.
Yeah. I mean, that's sort of our motto, isn't it? But nothing happened. Chovy's going to land his first Harpoon, and BDD is going to land his first Sphere. So much action
I
in
can
this
see,
early game.
yeah, Halo Blades on Kalista and Zola, and normally when you think about LCK, you just pick lethal tempo and just go for late game, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
But
what are you thinking, Ruler?
Yeah.
Well, actually, no. We pick like so. There's so many Scorch pickups. Like you can see,
Oh,
BDD has
true.
Scorch. In fact, anyone that has the availability of picking into the sorcery tree. Oh no, apart from Life, who has gone sorcery, but for Nimbus Cloak and for the Celerity, which you can understand. Omni Stone coming in for the set, as we see quite often in the support set. Right now, you can see Gen.G will grab themselves level 2 very early. But to be honest, guys, we probably shouldn't be looking towards the bottom lane. Not a lot.
Yeah, I mean,
there's Ruler going to start off a trade, but you can see exactly what happens when that goes down. Haymaker going to be avoided, but Life trying to mitigate damage that had already come through. So a good trade there for DRX.
I mean, this bowling is kind of tickling each other, you know?
Yeah, and the problem is that Ruler and Life, they go in for the tickles, but then, you know, Deft and Carrier do it, and then they heal back up again.
Yeah.
So it's like the tickles do nothing.
And I think if they go late game, maybe both sides are fine, but I would say Deft side is a little bit easier. And as I mentioned, Deft built Grasp, so it's really, really tanky Senna, by the way.
Yeah.
That kind of build, you can actually stack up some HP.
Yeah, and I think
easily.
Is this going to be another sort of like Arm Guard start? Sorry, Durham's Fist start, which we saw last time we saw Senna, I think, for even more health in the laning phase?
That's actually sounds like really disgusting to play.
Well, I mean, it's what happened yesterday.
Yeah,
and,
I mean,
it won, so
maybe.
Obviously it's the best. Not sure.
And yeah, Cleats Lee Sin.
It's behind a camp, but still, it's going to spot that there are Krugs available. Likely the Kyoshik is heading down there. Face Breaker onto Carrier, but Life is going to be taking the brunt of that trade. You can see DRX happy just to stay here. Devour onto Life down extraordinarily low. Deft is ignited, and Ruler is still bouncing around this one. But you see DRX are very capable of doing this because they just heal back up again with the Piercing Darkness.
Yeah, and also Gen.G side has Summoner's Summoner's kind of advantage, you know, because Tahm Kench has TP.
Oh yeah, true.
So
In these skirmishes, they should be winning.
they should be winning,
right?
and they should able to get early kind of leads on the bottom side, because they picked up Kalista and Set on the bot lane with the Halo Blades and Omnis. But DRX is already pushing back and punishing them and pushing as Senna.
This is real scary. See whether Carrier is going to go for any sort of sneaky cheater recall or anything like that. Looks like him and Def will be doing so. Teleport, of course, is still available. Carrier with Guardian, so it's not like the Unsealed Spellbook to allow for any exhausts to come in late game. So Ruler will be able to get a lot of damage if they're able to get to a decent position. As now Doran trying to offer damage back against Rascal here. And will instead just go home.
And you said that DRX kind of all in for their mid game, but I think they're not that in a hurry when you compare to Gen.G, you know, because
I mean, I guess that's true given the Gen.G composition. Right?
Yeah, I mean, Gen.G just decides to just go full ham on early mid game, you know.
This is what you wanted, Wadid. This is what you asked for.
Oh yeah.
I mean, in the draft, you were talking about LPL versus LPL style. You know, we need to evolve as the LCK. We need to start standing up to these teams that keep taking away championships from us and things like that.
I mean,
and this is what happens. I hope you're happy.
But there is still no kills.
Okay, come on.
Maybe
that comes second. As teleport's coming in all over the place here for Gen.G. As Doran is well and truly dead. That is going to be BDD locking down the teleport kill for first blood. And Gen.G on the board once again. Piercing Darkness onto Ruler, taking a bit of damage there from Deft. But not going to be able to find any kills. Gen.G on the board, DRX with nothing to offer back.
BDD is actually so proactive. You could also see it from game 1 as well. He had like so much mid prior as well, but this time around I don't think he has a lot of mid prior, but still he managed to roam to top side even though it was with TP, but still he's like participating on every single kill all the time, which is so great ability from your mid lane. You expect from your mid lane, and this is why mid lane is so impactful. You can affect all the lanes, jungle, top, and bot lane, and this time around it was top lane.
Bit of a ring around the rosy there, as you can see, from Pyoshik and Klid. Pyoshik knows that now Klid's going to make his way in, and now Klid gets the bad news as Deft and Carrier move on up. Shobi's going to move over as well. Equalizer is available, and this blue buff should definitely be going over to DRX. There's some stolen ultimates. The real one comes out from Doran there also, as now Rascal trying to chase him underneath the turret. Now the damage back is good, as Doran gets the revolver proc also, so we'll even out that trade for now. Doesn't have any more sustain available. Now Ocean Drake might just be taken here by DRX, as Gen.G seem to have taken their finger off the trigger, and DRX are taking everything.
They're just giving up everything. Yeah, I mean, they got the kill topside, but nothing happened after that. And DRX is getting camps, and objective as well. So I think this is already really great news for DRX.
And Shobi on the Predator Rumble. See whether he can actually utilize it. Here he goes,
He's getting
looking for
pushed
Klid
out,
right now. Not flashing in. Did have the equalizer, remember, so scary, but Klid with flash, with safeguard. Not going to worry, and instead the equalizer is going to be put down as red carpet for his minions as they head towards the outer turret.
I mean, he's going to get this crap, but the time delayed, and also Pyoshik is so far ahead in level. Like, maybe you can say it's small, but those kind of small differences makes huge difference in the pro scene, right?
Yeah, so much impact.
Yeah, so I think this is the game that maybe
Pyoshik
Pyoshik
so
can
close
pop
to
off.
7. Klid only just hit 6, and Pyoshik's about to hit 7, so it's a full level between our junglers.
I mean, this game is for sure that Pyoshik can top off really easily.
And I mean, the last time we saw Pyoshik on the Graves as well, it actually was pretty good.
Yeah.
It was a lot of the time like leads given by his solo lanes, but and laners, of course, bottom lane as well. But that's the DRX style. They just have really good laners. So Pyoshik should be able to do that, as BDD is going to steal away a blue buff. He's going to get impatient, but BDD does eventually grab it. So the blue steal from the other side of the map is going to be answered, and the gold is entirely even.
Pyoshik is just literally farming 24/7. He's even ahead in CS on his top lane.
Holy crap, he is. And very far ahead of the opposing side.
He already got Warrior, by the way.
Well, this is real scary. As Ruler's going to get taken down low. Devour comes out as carrier. Oh, that's a brilliant ulti from Life as Deft has to flash to get out of the way. He's waiting for that Q, but he's not going to get it. As the stun comes in onto Life, but he's outside of turret range, and Gen.G get another kill.
That's what you expect from Life when he picks sets, you know? He's one of the kind.
Dude, sometimes Life comes at you fast, and that was certainly right now. As Pyosik comes down, he's going to pretend to be an AD carry. Gen.G's bottom lane looking real good.
Yeah, when I was in Griffin, it was only 14 days, by the way, but anyways.
We don't need to hear it. You just say when you were playing for Griffin professionally.
Yeah. I actually experienced the live set, and everyone was talking about how good he is at set.
He is really good. Really, really good.
Like, everyone was just a little scared and like shaking.
I thought this was Ruler getting caught, but Life is like, nah. Waits for it, showstopper at exactly the right point. The haymaker with the flash for the sweet spot to guarantee the damage. And yeah, just gorgeous.
So yeah, Gen.G is still fine. They're like, nah, we are fine. We don't care about objectives. We get kills. We are LPL style.
Haha. Haha. Stunning. That's what you want. And now cleared, he's got Shelly to shove down, and they can grab themselves objectives that way. Minute and a half until Mountain Drake is going to be spawning. We have Infernal or Cloud available as our souls. As Rascal's going to land the abscond there. Good stun comes out from Doran. And now Rascal with the Ignite on top of him, taking a lot of damage. Chain Lash not going to connect either. So good trade there for Doran in the end.
Yeah, but he's fine because Silas is boring champion, and
that's true.
Kennen cannot get only like health reduction item against Silas. Healing reduction, sorry.
Yeah, not going to build Morellonomicon until after he's completed his Proto Belt. You're exactly right. Now cleared, moves into the mid lane.
Yes, Hero.
Pops down the Rift Herald, and nothing Chovy can really do about it. There's the equalizer. It's in a bit of a weird position, as Shelly does eventually fall down. I believe no turret plates actually going over to Gen.G, unless the money went very, very high. Yes, over under cleared over. So BDD not going to be able to grab it. Ruler gets one towards the bottom side there. As far as total gold, BDD and Ruler in a great position. Pyosik looking to try and change it. Yeah, Rascal does have flash available, but not going to have Slicing Maelstrom, as trolled by the minions is Pyosik. Just the worst feeling is Graves.
But he's level 9, by the way.
Oh
Same level as Laner.
Yeah, he's 2 levels ahead of where it isn't. That's terrifying. Deft is level 6, by the way.
Yeah.
That's not so.
And I think it's really the timing for Cleed to show off his like powerful leasing skills on the mid lane.
Yeah, before he gets 100 CS behind.
Yep.
As here we go, it's exactly what you were asking for is Chovy. Scrap shield, not sure it's going to be enough, but the shield from the Dawning Shadow, that's going to be enough to save Chovy here.
They have so many good center players in DRX in the same team. This time around is that he saved his mid lane.
Just great stuff. And it reminds me of that that famous, I believe it was, I think it's like it was a Beatles quote that was actually disproven. It wasn't actually a Beatles quote, but it was fun. It was like, Ringo is not, so someone asked John Lennon whether Ringo Starr was the best drummer in the world, and John said, oh, he's not the best drummer in the band. Well, who's the best center in the band on the side of DRX is going to be my reference.
Really everyone, yeah. This is the
I always
timing.
thought it was a Beatles quote, but I actually don't.
I mean, it was the timing for them.
Oh, so good.
But, oh man, I think it was literally 1 HP, no?
I don't think it was 1 HP.
I mean,
it was very low.
Because of the shield, you know?
Yeah. And also, I think it got down to 1, then Scrap Shield came in,
yeah,
and then he healed from his pod.
That was so close.
And Jovi's actually rushing towards Morellonomicon as well to try and make sure that Rascal's not going to heal too much, I guess. Ruler as well.
Koshik is literally laner, by the way. He's like farming 24/7. He's not stopped at all.
Yeah, his Serrated Dirk's almost turned into the Umbral Glaive, so he's going to be able to eradicate the map of vision very, very easily. And look at this, it's literally just going camp to camp, to camp to camp to camp.
He's like, ah man, Trundle was so boring.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
Look
this
at how
is my
many minions
time.
I can kill with this champion. It's so good.
This is my time to shine.
This is how you stop Kyoshik from making those YOLO plays, right?
Yeah.
You just put him on a champion that just wants to farm all day. And now that there's no camps on the map, he's looking for a gank on the top side. See whether it works out this time, as there's not too much vision, but Klid is in the area. And Rascal not going to take the bait.
Oh yeah. I'm not sure if this is possible ganking on the top side when especially Rascal has Merc strat already. If he face checks.
Yeah, if he face checks, it might just be the end of the line as the ulti comes down. Red buff, it's ticking, but it's not going to be enough. That's why you pop your potions, everyone. Safeguard comes in from Klid, but already Rascal had made it out. But now the flash is on cooldown, and Kyoshik used nothing, Doran used nothing, and DRX will be able to take down Shirley at the 15.5-minute mark.
Yeah, this is already great. Kyoshik is flexing on the enemy with those farms and items, you know?
Yeah, it's real clean.
How dare you?
Not allowed to play League of Legends if Kyoshik is there farming everything.
I mean, that was kind of int moment by Rascal as well. He just face checked.
Yeah, face checking was not the right call, especially with zero vision. Exactly. And they probably did have a bit of information on where the DRX camps were at that point in time as well. So, not great. But Shirley going to pop down topside to try and take down a whole chunk of this turret's health as the Unleashed Power comes in. That's going to be ulti back there, and a lot of damage comes through. Life locking down his target, and Chovy, nothing he could do about it.
Yeah, Gen.G's ball lane is just working really, really hard for their team, you know? Kalista and Senna, maybe they didn't get that kind of like huge advantage in the lane, but they got solo kill, and this time around they got Chovy this time.
Yeah, and I mean, Rule is slowly but surely getting himself a large lead as well. It's only going to get worse as this game continues. Pops on over, BDD. Unleashed Powers, one hell of an ability. Gameplay to death was Chovy in the end. But great stuff out of Gen.G as far as their aggression is concerned. They just need to work on their map play, as DRX is still within 600 gold despite the fact that they're 0-3.
Yeah, I think it's really half a moment. So next Drake is gonna be the spot who is gonna take the lead in the map control. And
it's a fight that DRX want to take as well, right? You've got Morellonomicon built for team fight. You've got Doran there with his Slicing Maelstrom available. And yeah, of course, it's a Cloud Drake. You don't really want it, but could certainly be the next point of contention. Gen.G with a bit more gold to spend in the interim.
You don't really want it, but I think for Gen.G side is pretty great. Extra movement speed and ultimate CDR is still really great for them.
I think for DRX as well, I mean, Kyoshik wants to be chasing people down. Doran loves movement speed. Chovy loves movement speed. I think that both teams, you know, maybe underrated on the Cloud Drake side, but probably would have wanted one of the other ones a little bit more. We shall see. Close to a 2,000 gold lead here for Gen.G.
Slowly.
This could be the time for the DRX team fight that they were looking for. It's just been ganks and pickoffs so far. Def does find the snare onto Klid. Not a lot of mana here for Def. Rascal finds Chovy.
Even though they are losing 3 kills, Kyoshik got 2 items right there. So I don't think they're gonna just give up this race freely.
Well, I mean, Rumble's out of position. They might still look for it, but Klid locks down the Drake. Equalizer comes through, but this is on the Gen.G side as in goes Doran. Massive damage onto Life, and Ruler, but Life with the Haymaker keeps himself alive for a long time. Not enough though, as Klid and the set both go down. Def flashing in aggressively. What the heck was that? This could be the ace from DRX, and this is what their teamfight wanted. BDD limps away, but now DRX lead the kills 4-3.
Doran. He is completely.
What did we talk about after last game?
Yeah.
You kill the Shy, you take his power, and you use it to demolish Gen.G.
Yeah, I mean,
in a Cloud Drake
I was
teamfight.
really surprised that he didn't get MVP. I mean, POG, by the way.
Yeah,
Like,
I
he
know, right? It was
solo killed the Shy and controlled the map all the time. Didn't lose any single plates on the top side. And this time around, yes, he got ganked, but it doesn't matter. All he needs to do is just flash in and carry the team fight alone. Alone, by the way, alone.
It was so sick. I mean, Def was there to try and keep him peeled up, and I think that was important. But this flash snare from Def, that was the that's the alpha play. And I mean, he's playing center. Maybe he's like channeling that alpha support mode that Carrier did have in their previous match.
And yeah, look at it. Look at his item. It's
damn.
just disgusting, man.
Oh god, Doran is just, yeah, he's doing a lot of work. Chovy's gonna flash, and Chovy's just gonna continue not really enjoying himself. Flash now for the next little while.
I just want to see Def's HP. Oh yeah, it's almost 2k, by the way.
Oh god.
With TK, I don't think he's gonna die ever in this game.
I really like going for the Frozen Mallet when you don't have the Glacial Augment anymore. It's like you have that as well. You just mega tanky. And Durham's just such a good item to start off with as well, especially when you're very squishy on the center with your base statistics.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not sure, but maybe old LCK, old school viewers maybe reminds this kind of AD carry style. Maybe, like back in the day, do you remember? CJ and
my god,
like Azubu?
yes. Yeah.
He was one of the known as tanking AD carry for his team, you know?
Yeah, always building way too many tank items, actually. It always frustrated me. I was like, why do pro players do this? It's so weird.
In Azubu.
Yep, that's well back in the days. This is right now, and it's a very, very dead Syndra. Chovy getting some catharsis here against his opposite number, but it's Kyoshik that takes the kill. 2-0 and 3 here for the jungler. And Doran might actually, he might have to sit out of yet another player of the game if Kyoshik keeps getting all of these kills and like increasing the stats.
I mean, he did really great job on farming his jungle.
He did.
I mean, he literally just farmed all the time and just letting your laners, guys, it's fine, just suck it all, you know? I'm just gonna farm.
Did you see the top lane gank just then? Ganking all game. Kyoshik, just incredible.
I just feel really bad for Doran.
Yeah, I know. Just like screwed out of so many different player of the game opportunities. Yeah. I think he absolutely deserved it in game number 1, though. That was a bit weird.
Yeah.
As we're just going to see BDD walk a
level
bit too far up.
Level 13, by the way. Same level as enemy laner.
Yeah.
This is disaster.
It is absolutely disaster. Same level as Ruler. BDD now does make it to level 14. But I think Kyoshik as well. His Umbral Glaive's completed. He's looking for his Black Cleaver to help Def do more damage, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, definitely it sounds really easy, you know, when you talk about it. Just farming a grave like 24/7.
Yeah.
But it's like more on his team.
No, exactly.
You have to play without your jungler.
You need to let him do that.
Yeah. You need to play without jungler for like 15 minutes, and they actually did that.
Yeah. It's not easy. DRX playing very, very well thus far, 22 minutes. And we mentioned the composition sort of doesn't work the same way that I was predicting in the draft before Gen.G had finished their comp, because of course Gen.G very early game focused as well. But DRX going to be happy having this slight advantage moving into the 25 to 30 minute mark. And if they can keep going around these team fights the same way, certainly will be good news. But losing out on that Drake means that Gen.G do have a Cloud Soul point available to them in 7 seconds time. But Vision looks to be available here with DRX. They can continue the siege in the middle.
Yeah, I mean, they just make it really easy for DRX. Just pushing slowly, play with your vision, and we don't need to be hurried because our team competition is so much better than enemies. Yeah, and Gen.G side is like, man, we have Lee Sin and Kalista. We have to do something before they get back, get to the late game, because it's definitely it will be really hard to get enemy champions in the late game. When it reaches to the 40 minutes, you know, Senna has like 3k HP with 5k HP with Camp as well. Like,
now Clid's gonna go for the play. Doran,
please,
just uses his buttons and gets himself out of the way. Lightning Rush and Proto Belt pretty good, and the Abyssal Voyage gets Carrier and Deft here to the rescue. Again. And Doran didn't flash, by the way. That was a kick flash from Clid, and Doran just Lightning Rushed out of the well. He still had stopwatch.
Yeah,
didn't have to use that.
Simply denied.
And that's a Flame Horizon, by the way. I think that was before 23 minutes. Pyosik had Flame Horizon cleared.
That is true. And he did kind of nothing.
Yeah.
With Lee Sin.
And it's so sad because it's Clid's Lee Sin, right? You want to be talking about the legendary status of this player-champion combo, right?
And also he's from LPL too.
Exactly. But Lee Sin's sort of a shadow of his former self in the current meta as Clid. There we go. That's why I picked it.
Nothing with Lee Sin, but yeah.
You get slightly more damage on your smite. It's absolutely the opposite of true, as he's behind levels by quite a lot.
Yeah, but
2 levels in fact. Life is 5 levels below Pyosik.
Yeah, this is really like nightmare for Clid this time around, because he's always like 1 level or 2 levels behind on Pyosik, by the way.
Yeah. I mean, Pyosik has...
I mean, he's good.
He has more farm than Chovy and Doran. He has the most farm on his team.
He's enjoying this moment so good. So good, man. I mean, I'm wondering when he's gonna split push.
Yeah.
At this time around.
I mean, who are the solo laners, right? As Clid does find Doran again, but now we've got an equalizer down in the mid lane, and Gen.G are spread way too thin here on this map. Pyosik is a raid boss. Ruler gets smited, but end of the line is not going to find the mark.
He's just smiting it casually.
I mean, Pyosik is the 80 carry. He straight up is the 80 carry.
Yeah, I mean, he's just standing on mid lane and taking all the farms, you know?
Yeah. I mean, Def doesn't really want it. He just wants to get all of the marks. You know?
Yeah, I mean, that's true, but it just looks funny, you know?
It does. It does. Looks hilarious. Oh, man. Level 15, 3 levels is going to be the advantage now. As, of course, the experience has been shared around, right? You've now just got Pyosik, who's being funneled a whole lot of more resources. But it is very funny to look at. 279. He's ahead of the clock as a jungler.
And also, this is really great news for DRX, because I mentioned before, when you think about it, when you think about to play against the DRX, I said definitely their weak point is Pyosik, but in this game around, he got the snipe ban on his Trundle, and he's playing really good on first picking Graves. Like, this is what CV Max wanted from him. And
this is actually going to be great for his confidence as well, right? Because if you do well on a first pick, that's what allows you to feel validated, right?
Yeah, he's
you feel like it was worth it to like get me this pick. And I mean, Graves is busted at the moment. He's really, really strong. But this is certainly a lot of Graves dominance.
Yeah, but it's still satisfying, you know?
Yeah.
It's similar with just posting on Instagram just after that you went to gym, you know? Just flexing on the picture.
It's like, it's the gym selfie
Gym
equivalent.
selfie,
All right.
exactly.
Gym selfie.
He's doing it. He's literally doing it in this game.
It's like, look guys, I did it. I'm standing. Something that you need to do responsibly these days, guys, which is COVID-19 deal. Only go to gym if they do have the proper safety precautions in place. I have my temperature checked whenever I go to gym, just to make sure that everything's okay, and wear a face mask the whole time. It's very hot because it's summer here, and face masks just heat you up like crazy. We might have a team fight brewing. Def is going to obscure himself, looking for the Gen.G players. And DRX is just so happy right now. We'll see what they're going to do next as far as the next team fight, but they have so many tools when that does finally arrive.
I mean, still, you know, I don't think Gen.G is happy with just farming for the late game.
Pyosik has more than an Infinity Edge's worth of money over Clid.
Stop it, he already died.
Yeah, okay.
He's dying.
That is a good one. That is the correct Simpsons quote right
He's
now.
already dying.
As there's the equalizer, Gen.G taking the red carpet out of here. As now it is going to be Soul Point. That is one ultimate that decided a dragon fight and which team was going to get it. That was pretty nice.
They're like so calm and collected. Maybe Doran in Spring Split round 1, maybe he just flashes in that moment and just give up everything,
exactly, yeah.
every advantage, but he just stopped and just being calm and collected, you know. That's.
I mean, he just watched, like, Chovy got the flash out of Ruler,
Yeah.
but also just made sure that every Gen.G player were not allowed to go near the dragon.
Yeah, I mean, they don't need to go in, you know. They already got everything they want.
Yep.
It's like his calculating machine is so insane.
And now we're watching Pyoshik and Ruler fight for the most CS in the game.
Maybe he's looking for the new Guinness record.
Oh, the Guinness World Record?
Yeah.
You know that's a really tough record. Do you remember the 90-minute game?
Oh, G-Nair Teddy?
Yeah, pretty sure Teddy's got that.
Over 1K, right?
It was 1.3K, something like that. And I mean, Bang has the second highest with
Oh, yeah.
1.1K.
Insane game.
Yeah, that was. It's actually it's a frustrating game because all CS statistics are now out the window. Because like you can never get to that again because they literally fixed the game after that.
Maybe that's the game that if you want to introduce LCK.
No. We're not allowed to. Because,
We're not allowed?
You remember the end of the game?
Illegal?
You remember the end of the game?
Oh yeah.
No. We don't
really
talk
illegal.
about that. We don't talk about that. Yeah.
Now we are in a happy time in this moment, you know?
I mean, that game was a happy time as well because
Is it though?
it was a famous Glad plane.
Oh yeah.
And we don't have Glad planes anymore.
It's fine. We have next year.
That's true.
We don't know what's
I
gonna
mean,
happen
who knows?
next
Yeah,
year,
Gen,
you know?
like Gen.M might make a huge bid for franchising
Yeah,
and get their team in. We don't know.
we don't know.
I have no idea which team's going to
Maybe they just come back with a just huge, tremendous plane, you know?
Yeah. And they like and they build a roster around all of the the most calm and collected players that the LCK has ever seen. Oh, it'd just be exceptional.
It's like
It's like Ambition comes out of retirement. He's
They're-
like, oh, you're ready for like a farming style?
yeah, they're just
Oh, I'm
listing,
there.
you know, like,
Yeah.
did this player farmed well?
Yeah, yep.
That's all they consider.
Well, DRX are considering Ruler right now, as he's the one without a flash, and they've decided that he's going to die here, as the Equalizer is going to stop him from getting under the turret. Doran will take him down, and now life goes golden. The tower is going to be demolished as a second thought after the bottom lane is taken down. That was about the best flank that you could have gone for there, but Gen.G really didn't have too many options at this stage of the game. No vision control, no way out, as that is the hijacked Equalizer that is just not doing as much damage as what Chovy's was offering.
I mean, it's just, I feel like it's no chance at all because they have no damage to kill their front lanes and back line. You have to kill Graves to kill their damage dealers, but they have Sana and TK, which is such a safety tool.
Yeah, and there's 4 items on Pyoshik. He just does so much damn damage.
And 4 levels difference between junglers, so
Yeah, good luck getting the Baron, Gen.G.
good luck
Like,
with
if,
the smite, by the way.
if Clid steals this, it is going to be the most incredible steal of
Best
all
Lee
time.
Sin duel.
Yeah, as it is going to go down low, but
Nope.
it is secured. As you can see, it's a huge slice of Maelstrom from Rascal as Clid dives on in, locks down the
But still-
Graves. It's a lot of damage there as Clid does get out successfully. It's not over yet as Depth is going to fall as well. And Clid's still alive. Chovy tries to get out. Carrier is taking a lot of damage, but will eventually fall. Triple kill for the
Okay.
Syndra. It's a disaster as Chovy, the last man with the Baron, and DRX overstepped.
Okay, so Gen.G is showing off, you know? Nah, what
Yeah, it's like,
there
look at
is
how,
a way.
Look how far behind we can go before we win the game. Hyperbolic Time Chamber League of Legends.
So BDD just randomly got triple kill right there, so he's fed.
Yeah, he already had a death count. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, it was perfect item timing to go for that fight. Might just be able to complete a Void Star. And that's going to be really good news for Gen.G.
Yeah, so this game is still going on. I thought the game would be end after DRX is getting Nasher buff, but after this, the game is gonna just still keep going on.
I mean, this should have been
Yeah.
like the beginning of the end, right?
True.
But DRX, if there's anyone
Uh,
that can
I mean,
overstep their bounds.
I think their positioning-wise, it was really greedy, because you could just get out of the pit and just hit the Nasher and get back, you know.
But look at Rascal, like
yeah,
this
I mean,
slicing mouse.
they're just going in, you know.
Incredible.
They're just going in because they think that they're fat and they can't die. I mean, that's kind of true, but Nasher is really strong.
Yeah,
it increases
armor
and
it's
MR.
Cloud Soul. Yeah, we're looking for an equalizer. Lands onto Ruler and BDD's Chovy. Does use his stopwatch to get out of all the damage from BDD's ultimate. He's not going to be getting any triple kills in this particular fight, but maybe Ruler will be able to offer more back.
Dragon Soul for DRX.
Yeah, they do have the Dragon Soul, and it looks like they're going to take that and get out. They still have Chovy's Baron as well.
But I'm not sure. Actually, like, BDD is so fat right now, so probably he can, for sure, do a lot of damage, but I think, yeah, this one was pretty close as well. That was separate two fights on the top and both sides.
Yeah, and a much better equalizer out of Chovy in this particular fight.
And double stopwatch and Sonya's too.
Yeah. Classic. I'm glad I actually said stopwatch correctly. I thought I mis-said it. But he did have two, so
yeah, he did have two.
Got it. I admit that was actually a mistake because, you know, looking at it, he does have a Zhonya's, so probably should have said Zhonya's.
Zhonya's and stopwatch.
It's hard. It's because they go gold, and you often can't see the items. So, the same thing as Ruler. Down that red carpet like we talk about, and he's not going to be able to get to the premiere this time. Kyoshik grabs it. Ulti comes through. Devour's going to save Kyoshik. And DragonX back in the driver's seat well and truly once again. Live coming on over. Rascal has a Dawning Shadow, but no one's going to get hit by that one. Not exactly the greatest of ultimates. Slicing Maelstrom, brilliant. Equalizer, brilliant.
I mean, that was kind of nah moment for me, because we saw that he has flash on.
Well, Def comes up. He's going to find Clid here.
I mean, he's tanky enough to just 1v1 on enemy jungler, you know?
Oh, life. Oh, dear. Well, Haymaker going to keep him alive for a moment, but Carrier is so tanky. Facebreaker onto 3, though. Could this be the fight that they're looking for? Oh, God, that Dawning Shadow. Thank you very much, Def. Able to decide this team fight in the end, as Clid's going to go down in the end, is GA along with him, and somehow DRX have kept themselves alive throughout it all. Collateral damage that was hijacked, not able to do enough damage, and the base is now broken. DRX in full control. I don't think that Gen.G are going to be able to weasel their way out of this one. They will make their way back for a reset, or maybe they won't, because it's DRX and they like to go overly aggressive.
I mean, how they can have, how they could have two best stand-up players in the same team.
That's because they have so much synergy together that they teach each other.
Oh, true.
You know, they probably have the two best Ezreal players as well, right?
But
because Carrier's been playing with Def for so long.
I mean, this cutout is not.
And that was Carrier denying the unleashed power as well into Kyoshik.
Yeah, so. This is not what. This is not like what we expected from Ruler. You know.
No.
We're coming into this game.
But I mean, he got pretty denied based on just the tools that DRX have. They have the ability to just like say no, hello, you're not allowed to play the game.
That's Devour as well.
Yeah, avoids Doran's demise as well. And this Dawning Shadow was what really sealed it.
Ah, Ruler again, no!
Oh, snared up, taken down. This is not how Ruler normally plays.
Yeah, but it's like over and over again, like getting caught and just...
He saw the Shy's Kalista, and then he saw the Shy's last game. And he
I mean, there's no excuse though. Like, the Shy has excuses.
It was a bad joke.
Like, he's like going in because he misses Korea, so he's like homesick.
And he's playing Lucian top, so you have to go in.
Like jumping into the 5 Koreans, you know, like...
Yeah.
But Ruler, I'm not sure, like, if he lost his focus. I mean, obviously it's really hard to play Kalista against that competition, but...
And also, like, what are you supposed to do right now, right?
Yeah.
Like, this is a game that was relatively decided. They had that Baron fight, you know, BDD showing that he's still a great player, but not a whole lot that you can do at this stage of the game, especially with the comp that Gen.G had opted in for.
Yeah, I mean, my worry is those kind of mistakes.
Oh, right, just... and Ruler was standing on top of it as well. That is really not what you want.
Those kind of mistakes actually harms your team mood when it comes to like...
the mentality, right?
Yeah, the mentality as well. And you still have like 1 or 2 matches to play.
Yeah.
So I think this is really, really bad for their team mood, but at the same time, they just need to just suck it up, you know?
Yeah,
it just happened already.
I mean, maybe this is good for IG, looking to try and make their way in. They will, of course, be facing off against Gen.G in one of our last few matches. As there's another equalizer to come in.
Going into the ruler again.
Finds the Abyssal Voyage. His life, that is not the showstopper that he wants. As Ruler is, the bottom lane, not able to do anything. And now Rascal with a slicing Maelstrom. But it's just a for fun ability at this point. Goes golden. I mean, he looks good on the Sylas, but what is he actually doing? What is he actually achieving? And he's achieving 3 deaths on the side of Gen.G. DRX now pushing through the front door, looking for these Nexus turrets. And now with these pesky minions out of the way, DRX able to do so much damage to these turrets. It's Chovy just burning them down where they stand. Cleared, relegated to his fountain as Deft is just soaking it up where he can. Carrier, maybe too much, as there's the equalizer, but that is the dead Nexus. And DRX will move to 2-0 and secure their place in the semifinals.
You're right. You picked up DRX for first place.
I mean, come on, man. I've also been predicting all the drafts.
That is true.
Yeah, I've seen the future. That's how I mean, I really do struggle with the predictions most of the time. Like 2015 Worlds, for example, I was well and truly on the LGD hype train. Look at how that worked out. As an LPL commentator, that wasn't a slight towards the LPL. That was just a very sad moment in history because they were hyped up so much. But this time around, I had a little bit of help, you know?
Yeah. And also today, I felt a bit difference between you and other analysts because you were like 100% confident in our current teams, you know?
I was. I mean, sometimes you gotta fake it till you make it, right?
No, it's not fake anymore today.
I mean, yeah, that's true. I mean, I've been rewarded for my blatant confidence, but I think if you were a betting man, the money should have been on the LPL first seed because they are the most dominant region in the world right now. But DRX and Gen.G turning things around, and especially DRX, who were the darlings of Rift Rivals in 2019. We said it many, many times. Was sort of the greatest performance of that particular iteration of DRX, where, of course, I mean, Rascal was playing for DRX at that point in time, and now is on Gen.G trying to do the same thing. They were able to do it against the LPL, but not against DRX, and that is going to confirm their spot in that semifinal like we were talking about. So, this means that, you know, a chance now opens up for an LPL team to try and take down a wounded Gen.G. And we'll see whether they are going to be able to do that. Of course, that's going to be on IG to try and take them down. And I don't know, it could be a tall order for an IG that certainly did look a bit out of sorts in their last match.
Yeah, and also, I mean, Gen.G, I think they were just way too ham and going fully aggressive on the draft as well. You know? They could definitely just choose and pick for the just late game a little bit, you know, like when you pick for early game, you still pick up 1 or 2 champions for the mid-late game, you know. But they were like
some hybrid champions that could at least do something.
But this time around, like they just picked fully early game, but it was not possible when you see DRX team comp. So I think they learned a lot from this game. I think so.
I hope so too. I hope so too. I think picking Lee Sin, even if it is cleared, didn't really like it too much. We have a look at some of the highlights here. Clid comes up, and they do manage to get first blood on Dora.
Yeah.
But Graves is on the map, killing all of the camps.
And also, we were seeing a lot of positive...
This was sick out of Gen.G as well. They were getting kills in the early games.
I mean, it felt like they got some kills, but not like real map rotation pressure.
Yeah, it feels like getting kills against T1. But you're still falling behind, you know that feeling?
And Doran.
This was so sick.
This was game turning point, by the way.
Yeah.
A game winning point. Game winning play by Doran, but I don't think Doran is gonna get the POG this time around too.
You have to think about the composition as well, though. Like, why are Gen.G fighting exactly the time where DRX want to find a team fight around a Dragon Pit? Like, this has been the identity of Rumble literally since his inception. Like, since he came into the game, which was like, what, Season 2?
Yeah. And second question, what happened to Ruler after early game?
Well, yeah, true. I mean, he was farming up so well, and then this happened, and it was like brain boom instantly.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, it's really, again, it's really hard to play Kalista against that competition, but there is still better way to play against it. You know, just maybe just going in as 5-man, just play really aggressive as Kalista and just jumping in and jump out, but he just got cut like 3 times in a row.
Yeah, exactly. And
that
it's
made
silly
really boring
as well, right? Yeah.
That made this game really boring after this, like those kind of intense moments, you know?
Yeah. I think it was this pick happened, and then the next one was the one where it was backing on a ward, and then got picked off to get into about 0-4, I think, at that stage. So not the performance that you expect out of Ruler, who has been the pinnacle of consistency for a long time throughout his career.
I mean, they didn't lose because of only Ruler's hurt, you know?
Yeah.
So it's still fine, but he needs to be kind of pillar, main.
I completely understand, and I think that you really need to prioritize your mentality as well.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit sad. I think Rascal is the only one that's really had anything good to say about himself in this game. A lot of his hijacked ultimates were fantastic, but there was just no follow-up from anyone else. And as you can see, 8,000 damage out from the Kalista is not what you want.
I mean, I guess this is why Silas seems like kind of fake pick, you know, on the top side.
Yeah, because he does 20k damage, but I mean did we see the impactful moment?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, nothing happened.
I guess we did, right? Like, he just didn't do it at the right times, and the Gen.G comp didn't allow it to work at the right times either, especially with all the sustain coming through from the center. So congratulations to DRX. They make their way into the semi-final. And now we're going to have like back-to-back interviews with DRX as well. So that's going to be really cool to see. And I'm just happy that at least we're going to have some LCK representation, even if JDG do turn things around in our next few games. I'm done. You know, like we've got one in there, as Chovy's going to pick up player of the game.
Yeah.
This is I mean,
I actually didn't expect this too, by the way.
I mean, I would have given it to Pyosik, Doran, then Chovy. But whenever there's a player of the game that goes to Chovy, I'm all about it.
I mean, it's fine. It's still Chovy, you know?
Yeah. And his equalizers were brilliant in a lot of moments. Like this one, you see it and you're like, oh, but it's not on Ruler. But what it does is it stops Ruler from being able to go near his turret. He definitely dies. Life gets caught out of position. It was a really creative use of the ultimate to make sure that they got exactly out of it what they wanted.
He just closed the door from Ruler, you know? So there's nothing and nowhere to go out of DRX's assault. So I think all the equalizers were really great. And also I think Deft was playing really great Senna too. I think right now most of the LPL teams are considering just banning Senna against DRX at this point, because they can just play it on AD carry or support, and both players are playing so good, so great on both positions. So
yeah, exactly right. So we are going to go to that interview now, so let's hand it over to Ji-sun.
네, DRX와 젠지전에서 승리한 DRX의 초비 선수 모셨습니다. LCK 내전에서 승리하셨는데 2승을 챙기게 된 소감이 궁금하네요. Congratulations on the win. How do you feel picking up another win today?
일단 2승을 챙기고 시작하니까 되게 기분이 좋고 안정감이 드는 기분도 있고요. 그리고 무엇보다 저희 팀이 잘해서 이기는 것 같아서 지금 너무 기쁜 마음이 큰 것 같아요.
Yeah, because we are on the 2-win line currently, so we feel so safe, and at the same time, I think we won because our players were doing such a great job, so it feels extra nice. 그리고 초반에는 사실 상대한테 조금 밀리는 듯한 모습도 있었는데 한타 화력으로 경기를 다시 뒤집었습니다. 선수들 전반적으로 한타 능력에 대한 자신감이 있었나요? 먼저 대답해 주세요.
아무래도 저희가 한타 꽝 붙는 조합에서 더 우위를 점하는 조합인 것 같고, 그리고 팀원들이 다 자기 역할에 맞게 한타를 너무 잘해준 것 같아서 이긴 것 같습니다.
So the question was that even though they were a little bit behind in the early phase, they were able to turn the game around with teamfight. So were they confident about their teamfight ability? And Chovy said yes, they were, and also their comp was about really having a strong teamfight ability. So they were really confident, and at the same time, all 5 players were doing their role perfectly. 사실 근데 게임 중반에 바론을 먹을 때는 약간 잘 안 흘러가기도 했습니다. 그때 좀 아찔하진 않았는지 또 그때 콜이 어떻게 오갔길래 잠깐 선수들이 계속 바론을 쳤나요? However, in the middle of the game when they were bursting the Baron, actually they had a very well, at the same time it wasn't really going as clean as they planned. So what kind of shot call went back and forth?
일단 저희 팀이 캐넨 봉인 풀린 주문서로 강타를 2개 들었는데 이제 클리드 선수가 발론 스틸 하러 들어올까봐 딜 중지를 했는데 그 사이에 사일러스가 캐넨 공을 뺏고 진입을 잘 해가지고 좀 휘청거렸던 것 같습니다.
Well, we were trying the Baron because we had 2 smite due to the unsealed spellbook from Kennen. However, we thought that, well, maybe Graves can come in for a steal, and then at the same time, Silas stole away the Kennen's ultimate. So we were a little bit flustered with the hijacked ultimate from Silas, and also, yeah, we weren't making the best decision. 그러면 이제 다음 경기는 JDG 전입니다. 이제 앞서 말하셨듯이 이제 정말 경기력에 대해서 만족하신 것 같은 답변이 있는데 그럼 오늘 3승 달성도 정말 자신감 있는지 궁금하네요. And your next opponent will be JDG. So are you guys confident to reach the 3 victories today?
이대로만 간다면 3전 전승 할 수 있을 것 같습니다.
Well, if we keep it this way, 3-0 will be possible. 여기까지가 DRX의 초비 선수였습니다. 감사합니다.
감사합니다.
Thank you so much, G-Sun, and of course, Chovy there for the interview. And I think DRX certainly are cruising towards a 3-0. But I think JDG are going to be a different beast than IG. And DRX might actually find themselves knocked off their high horse just a little bit in that particular matchup. And Gen.G, with the availability of going up against, theoretically, the lower placed LPL team in IG,
and actually,
after already taking down JDG.
The match 5 and match 6 is really interesting
Really
storylines,
interesting,
you know?
yeah.
Match 5 is really World Champions Derby.
Yep.
And match 6 is Kanavi story, you know?
Well, it's exactly right. I mean, like this is CV Max versus the guy that he brought up, you know, in Kanavi. And also, I think Loken's got a really interesting story as well, because in the off season before the 2020 spring season started, everyone was looking to try and pick up this guy because he was so cool. So, and certainly performing really well in solo queue and things like that. So that's going to be really exciting to track. But 2017 champions versus 2018 champions is going to be super sick. So guys, we are going to be back for that match right after this short break.